Let me go ahead and read you this headline right here. Call of Duty Infinite Warfare first weekend player count is just 1/4 of Black Ops 3. Now, before we get any further, let me just give you guys this disclaimer. All of the numbers I'm going to be quoting in this video are taken from PC, and obviously we know Call of Duty is not really a PC game, not very popular on PC, but the reason we have to use PC numbers is because for the last 3 Call of Duties, they have been hiding player counts on console. So the only numbers we have are the numbers for PC, but I think it's pretty reasonable to assume that console will have similar numbers to PC, just obviously in a much larger scale. Maybe they're not as bad, or maybe the numbers are even worse, we don't really know. But I think we can all accept the fact that at least it's probably trending in a similar direction. And honestly, I think the fact that they're scared to show the player counts on console really speaks for itself. If Infinite Warfare did have really good numbers, I'm sure they would be more than happy to show the player counts, because then it would be a positive for them. They could be like, look at all these people on our game is really good, whatever. But as it stands now, they're refusing to show the numbers. They didn't show them in Advanced Warfare, they didn't show them in Black Ops 3, which is actually kind of confusing because I figured Black Ops 3 would have decent numbers, and they're not showing them now in Infinite Warfare. And they're not even showing them in Modern Warfare Remastered, which is crazy because I bet that actually has pretty good numbers for it being a remastered game. They've even taken it so far as to refuse to show the leaderboards, because based off of that, you'll be able to see how many players are on the game just from that. Just a side note about that. Alright, let's use our brains for a second here. They have had 3 years to make this game. So you're telling me in 3 years they didn't have time to include leaderboards and a combat record at launch? This ain't adding up. Come on, man. That's plenty of fucking time for something so simple. They basically released an unfinished game after 3 years. I don't understand how that even happens. Why is the game being released and then you're saying, oh, these features are coming soon? Like, what the fuck? You've been working on it for 3 years. I don't know how much time you need. But anyways, let's go ahead and look further at some of the details of the articles. So right here it says, it hasn't been a particularly good start for Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. We learned yesterday that despite topping the sales charts in the UK, its actual sales are still down by nearly 50% compared to last year's Black Ops 3, which was itself down from Advanced Warfare in 2014, and as game analysis site Gith, I don't know what the fuck that is, recently pointed out, the actual player numbers are way down too by an even wider margin. Alright, so first of all, it says that the actual sales of the game are down almost 50%. Once again, these are PC numbers, but I think it's safe to assume console is down as well. If it's 50%, if it's more, if it's less, we don't know. They won't tell us, but I think we can assume that console is down as well, especially considering the Infinite Warfare trailer is one of the most disliked videos in YouTube history, and now we're seeing the results of that. I guess it's also important to point out that it was still the #1 game, which is pretty crazy. That just shows how popular Call of Duty actually is, that a game can be down nearly 50% of what it was the previous year and still be the #1 most popular game. That's pretty crazy. And honestly, that's probably part of the problem. The game is so popular that they don't even give a fuck to listen to the community or anything like that, because there are still so many people buying the game. Even with such a decline in the numbers, it's still the most popular game, so they have no incentive to change anything, really, you know what I mean? But the part of this that I'm more interested in is the second part, where it says somehow Infinite Warfare is 50% down from Black Ops 3 that was already itself down from Advanced Warfare. So now think about what the difference must be between Advanced Warfare and Infinite Warfare, because I bet that is just an insane probably like 100% difference. If Black Ops 3 was 50% and Black Ops 3 was already less than AW, we're looking at probably like a 75 to maybe even 100% difference between AW and IW. So basically Call of Duty has been on a decline for the last 3 years, maybe even more than that, I don't know. I feel like we already kind of knew that, but at least now we have some numbers to back it up. Now, one final part I want to look at from the article where they actually do address the console standpoint, and another thing that I thought was interesting, it says that doesn't take into account console sales, which are obviously going to dramatically outpace the PC, nor does it include Windows Store sales, although my guess is that those make up a very small slice of the pie, but it does point toward an accelerating trend of declining sales, reinforced by a simultaneous and nearly as dramatic fall off in Twitch viewership. Black Ops 3 peaked at 190,000 viewers on Twitch, enough to give it the top spot on the site for 2 days last year, while Infinite Warfare has thus far topped out at 101,000. Alright, so I thought this was interesting that even from a viewer standpoint, this is not even people playing the game, this is from people who want to watch the game. People don't even want to watch Infinite Warfare. Black Ops 3 had basically double the viewers, 190,000 versus 100,000. That's almost double. That's a huge difference in people, but one thing we can't forget is that I think part of the reason for this is that we did actually get 2 Call of Duty games this year, so Modern Warfare Remastered has definitely taken away some of the viewers and the players that Infinite Warfare would have gotten. But at the same time, I think there are a lot of people who would have never even gotten Infinite Warfare if it didn't come with Modern Warfare Remastered. There are a lot of people out there still waiting until the games are sold separately in order to just buy Modern Warfare Remastered, and there are other people who didn't want to wait and they're like, fuck it, I guess I'll spend the $80 and I just want to get Modern Warfare Remastered, and I'll take Infinite Warfare since that's coming with it. So if we take both of these sides into account, I think it actually kind of balances each other out. Infinite Warfare definitely got a player boost just from the people who didn't want to play it but they wanted to get Modern Warfare Remastered, and since they have Infinite Warfare, they might hop on for a bit and try it out, maybe see if it's good or not, see if they like it, but they're mainly concerned with Modern Warfare Remastered. But at the same time, they did get a player reduction from the people who would rather play Modern Warfare Remastered over Infinite Warfare. But we don't really know these numbers, like that's hard to figure out who exactly is doing what. I feel like there are also people who probably would have not even played Call of Duty this year if it wasn't for Modern Warfare Remastered. So, I think in the end it all kind of just balances each other out and we get the end result that we see now with all of these reduced numbers. I'd love to see the numbers on Modern Warfare Remastered. I think that would be very interesting. But yeah, anyways, that's pretty much it for the video. I'll link the full article in the description down below if you'd like to go read it. I just thought these were some interesting numbers and I wanted to share them with you guys. I know you guys are still waiting for my, first impressions on Infinite Warfare, my updated first impressions, but honestly, I'm like level 15 in the game and I just can't even bring myself to play the game, man. I don't know. So I don't think I'm gonna do a first impressions video because the deadline on that is kind of wrapping up. That needs to already be done. I need to put a lot more time into the game to give it a fair review, I guess. So I think I'll just do like a full review of the game in like 2 weeks or so, once I've gotten a chance to play it more. I want to make sure I've tried out all of the things in the game. I haven't even got high enough level to get the best gun and shit. Yeah, I think the Volk is supposed to be the best gun. I don't know, that's what all the competitive people are saying. I haven't even used it yet, so I just need to put more time into it and then I'll do like a full review of the game once I've tried everything out extensively so that I can make an informed video about it. One thing I do want to do is try out the competitive playlist, like the League Play system. I don't know what it is. I'm gonna see if it's any good. I might do a first impressions video on the League Play thing, but as far as the whole game, I'm gonna wait like a week or so, play it, and we'll see what happens then. So anyways, that's it for the video. Thank you guys all for watching. Be sure to leave a like rating if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're not already. Follow me on Twitter. Links in the description down below. Other than that, have a good day and peace out.